Yo, gang, what's up? It's CR. Yo, gang, it's Trollbot.EXE. And welcome back to Trollbot Studios with the history of Voltron. Yeah. So, you probably already know what we're talking about, since I just sung the title of the video. And also, I mentioned it in the previous video where I collabed with Fudgetastic. So, how am I gonna format this? How about now we do the creation of Voltron, and then we do a prequel series focusing on the Robot Romance trilogy, and then we do a sequel series focusing on the actual history of Voltron. Well, beyond the original series. So, let's begin. And I haven't done this in a while, but... Voltron, a popular yet often forgotten series. I often ask myself the question, how far did this once wildly popular show fall? But more importantly, and more relevant to this video, how did it begin? A lot of fans know about Voltron being originally from Japan, and yet very few have really gone into the nitty-gritty of everything. Most people know about Golion and maybe Director 15, but usually not a lot more. So, I decided to take on the challenge of doing a little story about the creation of Voltron. So let's begin with future robot Daltanious. In 1995, Earth has been conquered by the Tsar Empire from the planet Akron. All our cities have been destroyed. Kento, a war orphan, and his friends hide in a cave to escape villagers they stole food from. In the cave, they find the secret base of a guy named Dr. Earl on the planet Helios, another planetary victim of Tsar's conquests. In the base, they find the pinnacle of Helian technology, the robot Atlas, whose power can be increased when it combines with the lion robot Boralius. Still, when they fuse with the airplane fighter Gumper, they form the robot Daltanious. Dr. Earl entrusts this fight for freedom to Kento. 1979's Daltanious is an extension or quasi-fourth entry into Dao Nagahama's Robot's Romance trilogy, composed of 3 anime: Super Electromagnetic Robot Combattler V, Super Electromagnetic Machine Voltes 5, and Fighting General Daimos. None of these 3 series share continuity, however, nor does Daltanious. Obviously, Daltanious was made after the short run of the 3rd series / Daimos. This show uses the same production format as the Robot Romance series, with Toei playing the show and Sunrise doing the animation. Daltanious was most likely originally intended to take Daimos' time slot on TV Asahi, probably bringing it closer in line with the previous Robot Romance trilogy and making it a true 4th installment. Originally, the 3rd Super Sentai, Battle Fever J, was supposed to take over Japanese Spider-Man's time slots on TV Tokyo, despite the previous 2 shows airing on TV Asahi. But back then, the Super Sentai franchise wasn't really a franchise, just a bunch of similar but independent shows. The only problem with Battle Fever J taking over Spider-Man's time slot was that Spider-Man was very popular, mainly for its mech, and Battle Fever J had already finished production-wise. So they ended up switching time slots, Battle Fever J taking over Daimos' time slot, and Daltanious taking over Spider-Man's. Toei would use Daltanious' time slot for robot anime up until 1984's Laser Ryan. although this would be the last partnership between them and Sunrise. Daltanious was more child-friendly than the previous robot romances, and didn't feature a handsome tragic villain voiced by Osamu Ichikawa, though Ichikawa was still in the show. Partially due to this, Daltanious would get average ratings of 5.9%. Despite the low ratings, it was still a commercial success. And now, we go to a constantly overlooked piece of Voltron history. The series between Daltanious and Golion, airing in the same time slot. That series is Space Emperor, God Sigma. In 2050, humans have been bettering space technology. However, the planet is suddenly attacked by the armies of Eldar, who came from 250 years into the future. By that time, their planet was invaded by Earth, and the Eldar forces were soundly defeated by the Trinity Energy, a mysterious energy used in Earth's weaponry that has power many times that of a hydrogen bomb. Eldar's goal is to steal this energy before it can be used against them. Their conquest starts by taking over Io, a human colony on Jupiter. After that, they begin to attack the Trinity City. Yeah, you can tell by the name why they attacked this city. Satoshi Adan and his friends use God Sigma to protect humanity and the Trinity Energy, and the battle evolves into a long war to retake Io. Originally, the title of this show was supposed to be Space Emperor Battler Sigma. Now with Sunrise no longer working with Toei, the latter outreached their animation to Academy Productions. A studio called Greenbox actually did the animation, while Academy was merely in charge. This is also the last anime in this line produced by Kei Ijima, who was there since Combattler V. With the addition of Ijima's serious composition with Katsuhiko Taguchi, an unprecedented development in the story took place right before the fourth quarter. That development being the Eldar armies coming from the future. For the first 10 episodes, Takeyuki Kanda was the lead director before he was replaced by Taguchi. And that's it on this development, and that's sadly all the time we have, folks. Next time I'm going to be going into Golion, Rugger, and Albegus. Only after that can we even begin to talk about Voltron itself. So, watch out for the next video. And in the meantime, play Turf Fools.